Hello and welcome to the Breaking the Cycle webinar. I am Monique Derwin. I'm an integrative mind body coach, and I am going to share some amazing information with you today. Before we end, I will make an offer and I will open the floor up for Q&A. So make sure you stay all the way to the end and check everything out. I am going to upload a presentation right quick and we are going to move on through this. Put anything in the chats that you have questions about. Raise your hand if you need Q&A, and we are going to get moving. Let's see. There we are. So you should be seeing a blue screen that says Finding Freedom, Breaking the Cycle with Monique. Let me know if you see that so I can make sure that we are rolling through and that you guys see everything that I am seeing and sharing with you. Somebody put in the chats if you see what I'm seeing. Oops. Okay, 1 second. Hold on. Sorry. I am having a little tech issue. Eek. All right. Page is not fully showing, only partial screen. Are y'all seeing it now? Let's see. Now? Let me know if it changed. Yes, awesome. Okay, perfect. Tech's so fun. All right. Here we go. So, today we're going to cover some ground. I am going to share some tips about burnout, breaking cycles, what happens when you overgive, people please, do more for everybody else than yourself. And at the end, I will make you an offer and open up the next step as well as Q&A. So let's move along. I am Monique Derwin. I'm a mind-body coach, and I am committed to breaking cycles of pain within the family unit. With a deep understanding of how pain permeates through to the generations, I've dedicated my work to halting the cycle within the family units. Pain, whether it's physical, emotional, often passes down through generations, creating a legacy of suffering. We're going to talk about this more in a moment. My mission is to put an end to the cycle. Through holistic approaches and personalized guidance, I empower entire families to address and overcome the root causes of their pain. So together, we're going to navigate the complexities of intergenerational pain, fostering resilience and well-being for current and future generations. So join me in this journey towards a future free from burden and inherited pain, where families can thrive in harmony and wellness. What does that mean? That means that because something in your family has been taught, experienced, it is going to be passed down naturally. It's not right or wrong. It's not good or bad. It's just what happens because we are humans and we tend to share with our families what we are experiencing. Is anyone here familiar with the term epigenetics? Let me know. We're going to talk a little bit about that. So, raise your hand, give me a thumbs up, give me a reaction, put in the chats if you have been in a cycle and you are exhausted from juggling a hectic schedule. Let me know if you are taking care of everybody else first. if you are making sure that they have food and that their homework is done and that they get to soccer practice on time, or you're helping people do things. Okay, I see some hands raising. Raise your hand if you're craving a work-life balance that might seem out of reach. And that balance looks like having time for yourself and living in their business and doing the things you love and contributing to your home life. Raise your hand if you find yourself irritable or have emotional distress. Maybe not all the time, but once in a while, something happens, something goes on, it triggers. Raise your hand if you have lost interest in anything that you have previously enjoyed in life. We're going to talk about this. There were 3 very specific things that I had to learn to initiate all of this change in my physical life, my mental life, my emotional life, my spiritual life, my relationships, my financial health, my business, everywhere. It shows up everywhere. How you do anything is how you do everything. So that being said, the 3 things that I had to change, learn, embrace, live, I'm going to share with you right now. Number 1, I had to throw out the rule book on everything that I thought I knew about healing, about life, about emotions, about physical pain, about generational pain. I had to literally wipe the slate clean on what I already knew. I had to get curious about what else was out there that maybe I had never seen or experienced. And I had to surrender to what is. And I'm going to dive into all of these in the next detail. There is a solution. Yay! You don't have to suffer. Your family doesn't have to suffer. You can take care of you and take care of them. You don't have to get the short end of the stick. The way we do that is called the C-step solution. Number 1, you choose. I had to decide I wanted something different. I had to surrender to what was actually going on in my reality. My reality life showed me that I had chronic ailments, I had chronic pain, I hated my job, I was suffering in my marriage, my children were off the wall. All of that was what society, the world showed me. But I had to decide I wanted something different. And something I had never done, had no idea how to do it. I had tried so many things up to this point, but I knew there was something else. So this is where I committed, and I threw out the rule book. Everything that I thought I knew through yoga, through holistic wellness, through my certifications, through my years of experience, through my own journeys, I literally had to take it and throw it into the garbage. Because what I knew at that point was only what I knew up to that point, which means I was not willing to open the space to know what else was out there. And this was a really hard thing to do because, like you, I was super smart. You're super smart. You've done all the courses, you've done all the certifications, you have lived through some experiences, and that is real. But would you consider that there's more that you haven't been exposed to, that you maybe haven't been ready to live yet or be a part of? Maybe you know about it, but this version of you and this version of you are different. And so, are you open to committing? Are you open to committing to what else is out there? Are you willing to be surprised? My mentor taught me years ago, I'm willing to be surprised at what my mind has yet to imagine. And at first I thought it was kind of silly, but then I realized I haven't been to every restaurant in the United States. I haven't stayed at every hotel in Hong Kong. I haven't went to the wineries in Italy. So how would I know what else is out there if I haven't been exposed to it yet? So I had to commit. And commitment looks like a lot more than just scheduling it or putting it on the calendar. I had to cultivate exactly what I wanted. So I love manifestation. I love co-creation and law of attraction, law of assumption. This is my jam. And over the years, I have attracted everything in my experience, positive and negative. You can't attract just the good things. You have to understand whatever vibration you're in, you attract everything that you're around, which is really hard to digest sometimes. But when I took total control and empowerment of this, everything shifted. And I became the vibration that got me exactly what I wanted. So I was willing to be surprised at what else was out there. And I had to become the version that I never knew existed. I had to manifest exactly what I wanted to create. And there's a step to doing that. And guess what, guys? It works. It's freaking awesome. So cultivate, see it, feel it, believe it. Who would you be if you already had the thing that you want to have? That was hard at first because I could only see what my human mind would allow me. I could only see that moment right in front of me. I couldn't see big because big was scary. Big was so far away, right? But as I began to see the small things, I started to notice the bigger things. And when I got into momentum, everything in my world changed and looked so different than anything I had ever seen before. The next part is cut away. I had to cut away and let go of anything that was not working. Anything that was not going to bring me closer to that next version that I wanted to be, that next step, that person who was a self-care advocate, that person who could handle things. I had to cut away all the things that put me in the hospital with adrenal fatigue. I had to cut away all the things that kept me on the diagnoses and the medications. I had to cut away things to move into another version of myself. And that was very scary. I only began to follow people who had achieved and done exactly what I wanted to do. I got out of Facebook groups. I got off of Instagram posts. I let go of relationships that did not want to move with me. If they could not support where I was going, I didn't want to be a part of it anymore. And sometimes that's sad and scary. But what I found was there was a whole community, a whole group of people on the other side that did want to move in that direction with me. And I used these steps. I continued to cultivate that, and I continued to cut away. So if Netflix was keeping me up at night and I wasn't getting up in the morning to work out, I cut away Netflix at night. I set my alarm clock earlier. I changed my routine. I dove into all the things that were going to bring me to the next level. And I'm so glad I did because it taught me so much that I'm going to share with you, which is the last step of the C step. Continue support. This is where I come in for you, as someone who has endured years of struggle, burnout, exhaustion, pain, giving myself away to everything and everyone so that I didn't get in trouble and they weren't mad and we stayed together and we stayed in love and all the things. I realized something completely different. So how do you continue? What is the next step? Mind-body coaching is different because we work on the unconscious beliefs, not just mindset and thoughts. This is not just change your thoughts, change your life. Your nervous system, your neurology, your somatic body remembers trauma, stress, pain, exhaustion, overwhelming sensations, things that your logical mind does not know. So you cannot just change your thought and change your whole life. You have to go into the root, the unconscious, a deeper level. And before I show you the benefits and advantages of joining me, here's my offer in the membership. I want to share the prices so that you can make sense of the value. For less than $1,000 a year, you can work directly with me. Yes, I said that. For less than $1,000 a year, you can work directly with me. I can see things that your brain cannot because it is in a protective mode. And thank goodness that protection has been there our whole life to keep us safe. Survival mechanisms are necessary, and we are so happy to have them. But when you're no longer living in survival and your nervous system does not know this, things will manifest in your life, your body, your business, your finances, your relationships, because it has to go somewhere. So one of the features about what I offer is membership weekly calls. Why is this important? Because consistency and support provide members with ongoing support and encouragement. This ensures that they stay motivated and focused on their wellness journey throughout the entire week, not just once in a while. Why is that important? Because habits are built through muscle memory. The consistent support helps members develop positive habits and routines, and it contributes to the overall well-being. By engaging with fellow members and other coaches, we can reinforce the habits that make this integration a part of their lifestyle. Personal guidance. Due to my own experiences, I can guide you in a way that will be completely different than what you've experienced before. During the calls, members have the opportunity to receive personal guidance from me. You can work directly with me again for an entire year. This is going to set you up for long-term success. The benefit of this is that it is tailored support. It is more effective to help you reach your goal because I take into account your individual strengths, weaknesses, and preferences. We focus on what works best for each member, maximizing the effectiveness of your results. Hear what clients have to say that are in the membership. Here's just a few testimonials. The best part of working with Monique is encouragement she gives me to be who I want to be and do what I want to do without needing anyone else's approval. Can you imagine a world where you just drive on what is important to you and you're not worried about what anybody else thinks, needs, wants, and you can fill your own cup? And then when you're ready to give it out, you do it from love and compassion and fulfillment, not because you have to. The best part of the group is receiving immediate support. We have 24-hour access to a Facebook group, which means you can go in anytime, day or night, ask a question, and you will get support. You are not alone. You don't have to wait a long time in between the calls to get what you need. We have clients all over the world in different time zones, and this has proven to be successful time and time again. The best part of the membership is being with like-minded people, feeling free to get support and not being judged. This again shows that when you cut away what's holding you back, there is a space of people just like you that want to do life differently. What a gift to have a community of like-minded people to support you and not be judged. The best part of working with Monique is reducing stress, anxiety, and pain. I finally beginning to love and appreciate myself again. So again, here we are. You get to practice being who you want to be. You get to practice becoming that new version that you're cultivating in a safe environment while reducing stress, anxiety, physical pain, burnout, anything that is keeping you stuck. We will break the barrier. We will break the cycle and help you change your life. Here is the information. Breaking the barriers, what does that look like? You will receive an initial strategy call with me. This is a $500 value. This is a one-on-one call where we're going to talk about exactly what you need and how I'm going to help you get there. The weekly group calls for the entire year is actually valued at over $2,000, almost $3,000. You'll get the recordings. That's a $700 value. And the weekly worksheets that have been made specifically for this. That's an $875 value. Over $5,000. And it's only $997 for the year. If you want to join, you can scan this QR code. I will also put the link in, the chats for you real quick. So that if that's easier for you to do that, you can do that. You will also receive bonus calls. I do pop-up calls on the weekends, and we have coffee chats, community sessions. I also do bonus workshops that are specific to whatever it is we are learning at the time. It is structured through the portal. You have bonus member-only retreats at a member-only price. So I offer retreats here on the property and in person and online. And so you will get a members-only retreat price. This is not open to the public at that price. So all of this is included, a year with me for $997. If you decide you want to do more one-on-one work with me, there is an option to do that in here at a members only price. I won't get into that for the sake of the recording, but that is also an option because some people say, I want more. I want to go deeper. So know that that is available for you as a member. Still not sure? Just book a discovery call with me. You can scan this QR code right here and jump on a 15 or 20-minute call with me and we can discuss some options. So that is my presentation. I will stop the sharing now. I am going to open the floor for Q&A. If anybody has questions, go ahead and raise your hand or put them in the chats as well.